out there. And I know it sucks and everybody feels like shit. Nobody likes it, and I get it. But sometimes we got to have some fun. We got to unwind, take a step back, and enjoy ourselves. Because we're in this ride and we're all in it together. And it's going to be a hell of a ride. And it's been a hell of a ride so far. And you've got the ups and the downs. And our hopes and dreams are all in this. So we're in it together. And sometimes alcohol is the only way. We'll talk about this in a sec. But, you know, I see you very clearly flinging poo at each other all day. You're all losing your fucking shit. I mean, it's unbelievable to see what is going on out there. You are not serious people. You really aren't. There's a simple, no perfect roadmap. There is no perfect answer, but you all think there is. You think that somebody somewhere is going to be your guru and they will know everything. It doesn't work that way. It never has. It is an impossible dream to think that you're going to get everything right. What you need to get is the trend right, the direction right. And that's where everybody's flinging poo at each other. The 4-year cycle, it's fucked. The 4-year cycle is back. I'll come into all of that in a bit. But basically, you need to have a framework. You see, whining all day and blaming others, drinking your cheap, shitty beer, stuffing your face with, I don't know, processed crap, maybe from the Olive Garden as a takeaway, hoping to numb. It staggers me. Do you think Stan Druckenmiller thinks that if it doesn't happen by the end of the year, then the trade's shit? No. It's, is your thesis right? And let it play out how it plays out. So I think one of the things that we realized is how much people struggle with this, how much people struggle to get signal from the noise. Because there you are on X praying that somebody is going to bail your ass out. I see you do it all day. Somebody's going to give you the thing that's going to make you unfuck your future. When unfucking your future is actually a process. It's a simple process of which you do the homework, you listen to people around you, you'll get in on Friday, and you'll get to see the platform. I'm going to show you the platform. I didn't warn the producers about it, but I think it's really fucking cool. So when you come on, let's have a look. Okay, when you come onto the platform, you now get this clean feed. The feed is unique now because it is not only Real Vision content, so here's a research report by Andreas, but it's also user-generated content. Users are posting notes, which are often kind of longer form analysis and ideas. Here's a framework for investment understanding, how to think about it. The other thing is it's all broken down by communities. So if you're a member of, let's say, the Pro tier, RVIP here, Pro, Alpha, Connect, let's say you're a Pro member, it then filters all of your feed into just your Pro content, in addition to all the other content that you get included with your Pro membership. Or you can chat to the community and you can see community members all talking to each other. Or you can talk about a particular piece of research. So a deep dive with Jamie Coots. So there's Jamie's research. And then you can then engage in the comments about what people are talking about on Jamie's research. And those are in perpetuity. So you can always go back to it, add the comments. You'll get notifications if somebody else comments on what you're doing. Okay, so it starts, got the messaging on the platform as well, where you can message other members, talk to each other. But then the power is also this Copilot. So the Copilot is this always-on AI that you can use to ask about anything, including anything on the platform. This is where you find anything. You just say, hey, find me the latest video on this. Or, hey, I want to understand that. Or, you know, what are the best pieces of research on this? Or what was the most popular on that? It'll find everything. So I asked it a few questions earlier, like, why is Raoul's banana zone not working? So it comes up with the reasons being, and you can drill on it. And I was like, okay, when's the last piece on SUI? So here are member contents on SUI. These are the trade ideas people published, recent notes, the trade ideas live. And then also it talks about, okay, what the most recent, well, so there'll be Raoul mode where you'll be speaking to me, whether it's in voice mode, trained on all of my stuff, where you can have deep conversations. I can even critique your charts, your trade ideas, your notes, your thesis. You just drop them into that. I'll talk about it for you. So that's just the start. We've got basically iterations coming out. We've got some changes coming out on Friday, then another big raft of changes by the 1st of December. But basically, every week or two, you'll see changes to the platform as we keep building the functionality and the ideas. And the idea is really goes back to the basic, simple stuff, is we're trying to help you not fuck it up, which I know you find incredibly difficult. Those of you who do listen, discount, you might feel you've got something useful. So if you've been standing on the sidelines, new platform rolls out, 50% discounts or up to 50% discounts, a shit ton of opportunity there to help you in that journey, which is what we're trying to do, is unfuck all of our futures and get you there in the end. But overall, the point is, I might insult you for being moronic, whinging ninnies, or all of the Philistines, all of these things, but it's only because I love you and I want to come with you on the journey to realize we're all humans, right? We're all humans, you're humans, we all have our hopes and fears, we all have our dreams. We're still trying to figure out how this all works and how best captures in like Australia and the UK, etc., was really rum and lime juice so people didn't get scurvy and they also had the courage. But the British ended up adopting gin, and it became London Dry Gin or Plymouth Gin as well. And so they used gin, it became a very naval thing, and then it became a British colonial thing, because what the Brits did after inventing the gin, they're like, well, can we use it for other medicinal qualities except for fighting? Because the Brits are pretty good at fighting, don't forget. We had a big navy, big army, and we conquered most of the world. But the one thing we hadn't conquered is the fucking mosquitoes. So we were dying of malaria on the field in India and Africa. So what we did is aromatic herbs, juniper being the dominant one, but I'm not even sure what's in this, but this is herbs from the Black Forest in Germany. It's a really nice gin, beautiful kind of old sort of colonial style bottle. But the tonic matters. Again, half of you are fucking Philistines in what you do with tonic water. You know, the Canada Dry stuff, it's just toxic sludge. What you need is something like Fever Tree. Fever Tree is like a world-class tonic water. Fentimans is the other one. And these are deliciously light, refreshing, add the flavors, they have the subtlety that brings out the herbs in the gin. So that's good. So what am I snacking with? Well, I'm doing the English style. I've got some English crisps. So we're not a pub here, so we serve it in nice containers. And we have a delicious, it's not some magical from the heavens. Satoshi came down and delivered 4 years of magical money. The magic internet money rains on us every 4 years, and we must harvest this 4 years. I mean, no, you're fucking moronic if you believe that. It is to do with the debt cycle, and I'll come on to that again. But, you know, I kind of love watching sentiment because, as I said, I understand all of our hopes and dreams are in this trade. Our hopes and dreams, the banana zone, all of these things, they're all like, please, 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 can I unfuck my future? Please, 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 can I for once have nice things? And herself as well. But I didn't put that into the mean tweets because I think it's probably real. Stop laughing from the cheap seats. Two-Face, heads or tails? Two-Face, yeah, nice. If that's what you aspire to, good luck. Raoul, thank you for the hopium, but if you read the room, the cycle is dead. No more enthusiasm in this space. Thanks for the macro updates, though. But that is the pervasive sense out there. It's all over. Alts didn't make new all-time highs. ETH didn't make new all-time highs, really. Solana didn't do it. Only Bitcoin did. We've all been fucked. It's all over. Let's walk away. We're going to lose all our money. The market's going down 90%, and that's it. That, I don't know. Well, it didn't do this by then. Therefore, it's all over. It's like, the market owes you nothing. It doesn't owe you a living. It doesn't owe you the ability to be right or wrong. So you just have to adapt as you go. Okay, Joe O'Keefe. Joe likes to throw insults at me, so I get these insults often from Joe O'Keefe. I think he's a Bitcoiner. And I occasionally call markets right as well. Right. It's rude of me crunching the ice cube. I'm looking down my list of things. One thing I do know is however mean people are online, they're very different in person. Because everybody thinks they can hide behind a keyboard and their frustrations come out, and it's an easy way to vent yourself. The opposite happens when you meet people in real life. Generally, it's a hug and a good conversation, and you share your frustrations or your hopes and dreams together. And at Real Vision, we passionately believe in the power of amazing. We've also got Zurich on the November 28th. So there's a few slots left for that. We've got a vibrant community, both in Switzerland and also in southern Germany, around where a lot of people come and travel to those events. So if you can, do so, because they're really good fun. I mean, I did one in, I think it was Zurich as well recently. It was great. So you can get the details of those on the Discord channel and the Telegram. That's when he actually starts talking important stuff. The rest is bullshit. I'm like, really? And then the rest of you are like, we don't care about the macro. Just tell us about the wine. I'm like, I love you more. Okay. Sorry, I'm just chattering away now. Okay. This is from Global Macro Investor. This is Julian and myself. Our research, not Real Vision. So all of you people go, well, Real Vision, their view is Real Vision doesn't have a view. It's never had a view. Real Vision is a platform for research, understanding, whether it's driven by the community or driven by supposed experts like us who may not think I'm an expert. In fact, you tell me all day I'm not an expert. I'm in fact a moron. It was not a monetary phenomena. It was actually driven by demographics. It was driven by the baby boom cohort coming into the workforce all at the same time, demanding goods. And there wasn't enough supply for those goods. So the world had to adapt. Then we had obviously the Suez crisis and a bunch of other things that came onto it, and a bunch of money printing and other stuff that happened, but and then leaving of the gold standard, all of this stuff. But really it's a demographics issue. As they've aged out, they've also driven everything from investment markets, because we know what we've got to do. We've got to pay the debt, and we know that TGA is going to be drained, and the QT is going to finish, and the Chinese are increasing their balance sheet, and we got regulatory changes coming, and we got rate cuts coming, blah, 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 blah. And the ISM, the business cycle, follows that. So the next thing for the business cycle is to go higher. Business cycle going higher means we'll have money in our pockets. It goes into risk assets, and that increases the price of crypto. It's not that complicated, but nobody wants to believe it because you're looking at 5-minute charts and scratching your nuts, wondering what's going on. You can't do stuff like that. It doesn't work.